So I'm going to build a worker next, that way I can improve these tiles, and maybe if I put down some improvements, I'll be able to raise the population of Rome a little bit so that I can start working more tiles. Right, and meanwhile, I'm going to try to use my scout to get to the ruins. Oh, I got 2 ruins I can get. So I'm going to go try to take out this barbarian encampment over here. It might be a little bit difficult because they're up on the hills and they're fortified, but I do get that 33% bonus, so we'll just have to see what happens. Oh, there's some barbarians right here. Let's see. A minor victory if I fought them right now, so maybe I can fight them. So we'll just go on to the next turn and see what happens. So there are quite a uh-oh, my scouts are under attack. Didn't kill them all the way, and that'll give my scout a chance to run away. So I'm going to go to the ruins first. Ooh, I gained a free technology, animal husbandry. That's good. There seems to be a lot of like cows, sheep. Oh, there's horses up here that I can use to my benefit. Now, because my scout is injured, I'm going to have to heal him. I think I'm going to drop him on a forest and have him heal, because on a forest they get bonus defense. Actually, maybe on this hill in forest, and he'll get a lot of bonus. What is this here? Yeah, so, but unfortunately I do have to wait till next turn, so. I thought I turned the advisors off, but I guess not. It's okay, I think they'll only give me a little bit of information. So I can fortify until healed, and that should help my scout get back to full health. And hopefully the barbarians don't come up and try to attack me again. But at least this time I'll be in the forest, and I'll have some bonus to defense. So these barbarians are coming at me over here, so. Oh, okay, so here's a new feature in Civilization 5. It's the ability for cities to attack potentially invading units, or any enemy unit that is within 2 tiles. It's got this cool little but I'm going to go ahead and use that, and that's going to weaken the barbarians a little bit, and that way I can use my, I don't want to use that one, I want to use this one. Use my barbarians to attack them. And with this battle I'm trying to weaken them up more, not necessarily kill them completely, but yeah, I did. It got completely defeated. But I'm going to send them back to home base, and then I'll send these guys over to attack the encampment. Okay, and my scout needs to heal up, so we're going to have to wait. Okay. Whenever you're attacking an enemy city, you should always go to one of the most defensible spots available. So a hill is good, a forest is okay, a forest on a hill is even better. Yeah, but you also want to be careful if when you're going to be attacking him, you don't want to get negative attacking bonus. For example, down here, I don't necessarily want to plant my units on in this forest or in this forest down here, because they get a negative attacking bonus when trying to attack across the river. So, yeah, that's no good. Alright, and my scout should heal up pretty soon here, I hope. But yeah, so far, I mean, the early stages of the game, nothing really happens too much. But it's a very important time of the game, because you don't want to like lose a whole bunch of stuff. And as you can see there, I just lost my scout. So when my worker finishes, I'm gonna have to build another scout to try to scout around. So I could attack this encampment right here, and I would do quite a bit of damage to it, and then I would have to try to heal up my units and attack them again. So I'm probably not going to do that. I wanted to see how they would do. So instead I'm just going to use my warrior to scout out a little bit. And hopefully my warrior that's in my main city will be able to defend against any potential barbarians that come from that encampment. Um,
The needy shall inherit the earth, but not its mineral rights.
Alright, there we go. Got mining. Let's see what else I can research now. Ooh, bronze working. That'll let me produce a spearman, which is good against mounted units, apparently. I could get masonry, which would let me build the pyramids. I could get the wheel, so I could build a chariot archer, trapping, granary. I'm gonna go for pottery because it only takes 8 turns. Yeah, so go ahead and go to the next turn. Let me see if I can give you a little breakdown of what the uh, user interface looks like here. So up here at the top is the amount of science that I create. So right now I'm making 6 science per turn for my cities. Up here is the gold intake. So I'm getting 6 gold from my cities, 0 gold from trade routes, and I'm spending 1 gold on unit maintenance, which is probably this warrior that's running around. Okay, and now over here, the little smiley face, is the total level of the happiness in my empire, which is 5. And I have 9 happiness from all sources, 0 from luxury resources, 0 from social policies, 0 from buildings, and 9 from difficulty level. So I guess I'm getting happiness because I chose an easier difficulty level. So I'm getting unhappiness from my cities, because I have 1 city. That's weird. And I'm getting 3 unhappiness because of the amount of population I have. So I guess you get 1 unhappiness per city you have, and you have 3 unhappiness per population. I'm sorry, 1 unhappiness per unit of population. So I have 1 city with a population of 3, so a total of 4 unhappiness. And I'm sure you can get unhappiness from other things, but it doesn't list them there yet. Over here is going to be the Golden Age. So progress towards Golden Age is 124 of 500. And how the Golden Age works is after every turn, the amount of happiness you have generated from your cities, this number over here, is added up, and you're trying to reach this goal of 500, and then it goes up after this Golden Age. So I need to get 500 happiness over a certain number of turns before I can get a Golden Age. And while I'm in the Golden Age, I'll produce an extra hammer and an extra coin on every tile, it looks like. So yeah, so that's always good. Now, the way the culture works is I get culture from my cities based on whatever, um, based on buildings in my cities or wonders. And also, as you reach this goal of 25, you'll be able to adopt a policy. Now, these policies help your civilization in certain ways. And once you can get, 5 policy branches completed, I don't know, something like that, then you get the cultural victories. So, when you first start out in the beginning age, whatever age that is, what is the first age? I'll look it up. Stone Age, maybe? You have 3 choices. You have tradition, liberty, and honor. And um, my culture is going to go up in about 5 turns, so I'll just talk about it then, but that's kind of giving you a look. So I better get my warrior moving here. An interesting thing is warriors can move actually 2 tiles, as long as they're going through grassland first. So that's an important thing to know. Okay, so up here is the number of turns that you've made so far in the game. So I'm on turn 22. Up here is the year that you're in. And then help will open up the Civilpedia, which I've always found very useful, because you can go in here and actually look up anything, and it'll tell you all the information you need to know about it. And you can even search, so that's good. And then the menu just brings up the main menu, and you can do stuff from there. Then you have the diplomacy screen, which will tell you the status and the scores of you and your nation and your enemy nations. And I believe it also puts the city-states in here. Yeah, but I haven't met anybody yet, so it's not really populated. Then here is your advisors, and they give you a lot of useful information on what they think you should do as far as your nation is concerned. And then right here is your social policies. So let me close that. And here you can get additional information, so you can look at the tech tree. The ancient era is the first era. And I'll talk about how the eras work when I get that far in my technologies. Diplomacy overview we've already seen. Military overview will tell you all of your units and stuff like that. Economic overview will tell you how your cities are doing monetarily. Victory progress. I've actually never seen this screen before. It kind of tells you how far advanced you are on getting one of the different kinds of victories. So domination means you wipe out all the other civilizations. Science means you complete the Apollo program. I've never seen a science victory before. United Nations is the diplomatic victory, so you get voted for to be the supreme ruler. And the cultural victory we've already talked about. Next you have the demographics, which I've always found kind of interesting, how your civilization is doing stacked up against the other civilizations. So, I mean, right now, none of my people can read because I don't have literacy yet, or writing or anything like that. Interesting, I have 11,000 soldiers and 21,000 population. So, I think all the males in my civilization, including the little like infant males, are all warriors right now. So that's kind of funny. Yeah, and then finally we have notification log, which just tells you all the stuff that's happened. So let's go on to the next turn. Oh, looks like I found somebody. Now I have located the Iroquois. I like these new screens simply because they're talking in their native language, which is kind of interesting. But I find that the diplomacy options that you have is far less, I don't know, you just don't have as many options as far as diplomacy goes. And we'll talk about the diplomacy things as they come up. So I'm going to go ahead and dismiss this guy. I do want to know where he is, though. Where did I run into him? Oh, he came up to me, so that's my first civilization that I found. The Iroquois. That's interesting. So I'm going to fight these barbarians here. Minor victory for me. I took out 6 of his guys. He took out 3 of mine. So not much I can do about that. And if you'll notice up here, Rome actually expanded culturally, so I have the option of getting this gold later on. So I'll have to put a mine there, and I'll have to build a road to my capital to use that. And I need the wheel to build roads, I believe, so I'll probably research the wheel next.